Happening live now at Jubilee House here in Accra, Kissi Agyebeng, Special Prosecutor, is taking office for the first time. The 43-year-old legal practitioner is taking over from Martin Amedu, the first Special Prosecutor, who resigned from office late last year and accused the President of interference. Let's go live.
Mr. President, may I say his words? Now respectfully invite Mr. President to address the Special Prosecutor.
Chief of Staff at the Office of the President and officials of the Presidency, Attorney General and Minister for Justice, to fashion an additional instrument to fight the canker of corruption that had taken firm root in every aspect of national life and was visibly gnawing at the heart of the Ghanaian state. The genuineness of that commitment to create an independent, non-partisan body with the relevant professional capability to lead the fight and hold public officials, past and present, accountable for their stewardship of public finances, was made manifest in the appointment of a very senior figure from the opposite side of the political divide to establish and head this very significant office. The appointment, as you will recall, was met with stiff opposition by some members from both sides of the aisle. In spite of the unfortunate events that led to the departure of the first occupant of the office, I do not regret making that appointment. On my part as President of the Republic, I ensure that the office was adequately resourced to enable it to carry out its mandate. I'm, however, consoled by the off-cited statement that there is no use crying over spilt milk. So when the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Godfred Yoboadami, on 16th April 2021, moved to nominate Mr. Kissi Agyebeng under Section 13, Clause 3 of Article 959, for consideration as the second occupant of the office of Special Prosecutor, I accepted the nomination. Having been called to the Ghana Bar in October 2003, holding a Bachelor of Laws LLB degree from the University of Ghana and Master of Laws degrees from Dalhousie University and Cornell Law School, having acted as a criminal law lecturer at the Faculty of Law, University of Ghana, Legon, and also engaged in private law practice, it is clear that Mr. Kissi Agyebeng is eminently qualified to occupy the office of Special Prosecutor. He has the capacity, the experience, the requisite values, and intellectual strength to succeed in this vital position. I urge the new Special Prosecutor to bear in mind at all times that the office carries an extraordinary responsibility to fight corruption independently and impartially. The Special Prosecutor, as the Act states in its preamble, shall, quote, have full authority and control over the investigation, initiation, and conduct of proceedings of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses involving public officers and politically exposed persons in the performance of their functions, as well as persons in the private sector involved in the commission of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses, unquote. The remit of the office, as you can see, is broad and challenging. I want to assure Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, like I did his predecessor, that not only will the executive, including the Attorney General, respect scrupulously the independence of his office, but also will provide him with whatever assistance is required to enable him to discharge his high duties effectively in the interest of the Ghanaian people. Indeed, all institutions of state will work and cooperate with him in the same spirit which he articulated at his approval proceedings in Parliament. Very much aware that the activities of the Office of Special Prosecutor, no matter how vigorous, cannot provide the entire panacea to the problem of corruption. It must be supported by other institutions and the cooperation of all. Government will continue to give stronger budgetary assistance to the other constitutionally mandated institutions that hold government accountable and help fight corruption. That is the Auditor General, Parliament, Judiciary, the Police Service, the Ministry of Justice, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, and the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO. It should be the objective of our generation to build a new Ghanaian civilization where the rule of law is not a slogan, but an operating principle for the development of our state, where the separation of powers is real and meaningful, where public officials behave with honesty and trust, where the liberties and rights of our people are fully protected, and where law and order provide a firm basis for our social and economic transformation, so that the dreams of freedom and prosperity that animated the great patriots who founded our nation can find expression in our time. Congratulations once again are very much in order, Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, and I wish you Godspeed in the discharge of your duties. May God bless the new Special Prosecutor and us all, and may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong.
Thank the President for his address. We now invite Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, the Special Prosecutor, to respond to Mr. President's remarks.
Your Excellency, the President. I'll get used to it. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, the Chief of Staff, the Secretary to the President, officials at the Presidency, my mate and friend, the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Nananum, MP from Praiso, and all invited guests here. Mr. President, I deem it a great honor that I have been given this opportunity to serve my nation in this high office. And I express my gratitude for the confidence you have reposed in me. Mr. President, we are confronted by two pandemics. One is a health crisis, and its outlook is very macabre. The other is not a health crisis, but it is a pandemic, which is corruption itself and corruption-related activities. The zeal with which your administration has approached the fight in respect of the health crisis, I also see in respect of the other pandemic, which is corruption. And as I come into this office, I pledge to the people of Ghana, as I said exactly 2 weeks ago, that I'm going to work assiduously with deliberation to suppress and repress corruption. I go at Parliament that I will not be naive to assume that I am going to stop corruption. it is innate in humans. But as much as possible, my office is going to drive it down and repress it to its barest minimum. When my name was mentioned as the nominee for this position, much was said about my nomination. Nothing negative was said about my competence. Everything had to do with my youthfulness, my age. But if that is so, Mr. President, I can only express the thanks of the youth of this nation that you have given youthful persons the opportunity to serve, just as my friend and mate, the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice. And the youth of this nation should feel proud that they have their own represented in such high offices. This is our time, the youth of this nation, to carry on up the development of our nation. Mr. President, I thank you very much. I express my profound gratitude. And if you don't mind, if I may acknowledge the presence of a few people. Right. And to my immediate right is the Maria Hine of Kwau, the Kwau State. That's Nana Bafo Yabua Eswama. After him is the Impraiso Adontin Hine, and not Hima Adontin Hine. Nana Efia Krobia Sante. After that is the Honorable Davis Opoku, the MP for Impraiso constituency. And then my own reflection, Mr. Kissi Agyebeng. Then after him is Mr. Seth Asante, who is also my godfather. And then, last but definitely not the least, the Omahine of Draso, Nana Safwaka Eje Tebi. May God bless Ghana. May God bless us all. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Special Prosecutor. Special Prosecutor, we now have photo session, Mr. President.
So what you just saw and heard was Kissi Agyebeng, newly sworn in Special Prosecutor, responding to the remarks made by the President when he was sworn in. Mr. Agyebeng said, among other things, that his appointment is a victory for the youth of Ghana. He is 43 years of age. He was criticized initially for being inexperienced and young as he ascended that role. But he defended himself vehemently during his vetting, and the Appointments Committee obviously agreed with him, thereby approving him immediately after he was sworn in. President Akufo-Addo now taking that photograph with him, and Godfred Yeboah-Dame, Attorney General, who nominated Kissi Agyebeng. And of course, President Akufo-Addo himself refers to the creation of the Office of Special Prosecutor as an important achievement that his government has made in the first term, since it was in fulfillment of a promise made to the people of Ghana. You see them now just taking a picture with Madame Frema Akosia Osei-Opare, the Chief of Staff, and now they're going to be taking photographs with the traditional leaders who accompanied Kissi Agyebeng